What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy here on Better Sports Network. I'm your host, Simon, joined by my co-hosts, John Luke Garofalo and Joey Wright. And joining us today, we have our great friend, Falcons fan, Jeopardy nerd, wrestling aficionado, and writer over at Beyond Women's Sports, blogging Dirty and Sportskeeda Pro Football, LaDarius Brown. Thank you so much for coming on today with us.
Hello, guys. Always love coming on the show. It feels like it's been a while, but glad I'm here. I brought my red cup back to the show.
Cup. Yes.
So I don't think Joey was here the last time I was on. So this.
LaDarius.
I think.
I do remember you had the big cup, and they were talking about that.
Yeah.
When you're red, that's a great looking cup.
By far our most hydrated guest, I think. I think maybe only Brian Drake can compete with him. He's pretty.
JJ Zach Reeson had a pretty big jug when he came on.
You know what? Yeah. JJ's jugs are pretty big.
Massive jugs.
He's got massive jugs. JJ Zach Reeson, LaDarius Brown, and Brian Drake with the massive water jugs, mega hydrated. Well, we've got LaDarius here to try to take us down in some Jeopardy today, one of his favorite shows, but this is the fantasy football version. We got some people in the chat ready for today's show. Albert stopping by with a hello, everyone.
Hello, Albert.
Dame with a good afternoon. FYF peeps. What's up, Dame? Welcome, man. Glad to have you here. And Craig stopping by, our chat historian. So today's guest, the FYF pub trivia legend, and we cannot undersell or oversell, whichever word is proper in this context, how good LaDarius was at pub trivia. I think he won more of them than everybody else combined. So is somehow only making his fifth FYF show appearance. He has played 2 FYF games so far and is looking for his first game show win today. We'll see if he can take down Jeopardy for that dub today, LaDarius, to add to the collection of pub trivia dubs that you've accumulated.
Yep, all the Coles cash I can get. So
Oh, and it's going to expire soon, so we got to start giving that out. Jay in here cheering for LaDarius, and my tag team partner is going to put these fools through a table today. We will see. Scamper stopping by saying here early because George Kittle is a cutie pie and Simon didn't kill him in some brazen act of directing.
Yeah, Joey.
Sorry, Larry. We got Ricky.
Larry Fitzgerald for no reason.
Let me just say, there are 2 movies about like fighter pilots. There's Top Gun, where somebody dies that you care about, and it's a classic. And there's Iron Eagle, and no one ever talks about Iron Eagle anymore. So that's fine. You guys can be mad, but you guys will be talking about my movie. Thank you.
You gotta secure Tom Cruise in there as well, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big part too.
I got
Tom Cruise, probably.
Yeah, no problem. You just let him know Larry Fitzgerald's in the movie, and then he'll be so mad when he finds out the plot. You sent him the script, and you're gonna get the angriest Tom Cruise voicemail you've ever gotten in your life.
How
Mr. Butt stopping by with the yo.
What's up, buddy?
And Mr. Scamper saying, good afternoon, FYFers and LaDarius and all. Hitting the all for you, LaDarius, since you're not in the chat with him today. Carlos wants to know best way to start an FYF stream, watching the entirety of the ads beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it, Carlos, he said. And then smashing that like button. Glad to have you in here. And Scamper's letting people know that the JJ actually stands for Jug Zachary.
I need to sip up my jug for that one. Hang on.
Why did none of us see that? Oh my god! Just slapped in the face by an obvious salami joke right there.
I'm not gonna be able to help it next time I see him. Calling him Jug
Zachary.
Hey, Jug.
Yo, Jug. What?
Let me get a goal.
We also got Scott Fish stopping by in the chat. Wants to know, when is pub trivia? Well, you'll never know, Scott. We'll never tell you. And also Scott Fish stopping by with saying, wrong. Best way to start an FYF stream is calling the host right as the show is about to begin.
Which he did.
Which he did do.
One of those.
I did. About pub trivia, though, guys. I did get a sneak peek behind the curtain today at the new Bettercast. It's pretty cool. So
looking pretty
coming out soon.
Well, guys, keep your ears peeled for whenever that's coming out.
Yes,
that's what you do
ears
with
first.
your ears.
Yeah,
keep your ears peeled, people. You'll never know when you get hungry.
With that being said, get your ears peeled, your snacks ready, because we are about to play some Fantasy Football Jeopardy with LaDarius. Before we do that, though, a couple reminders. First and foremost, if you're not already following LaDarius on Twitter, you need to go remedy that immediately. You can find him on Twitter at LaDarius_Brown. It's right there below his handsome face and in front of the sick Kyle Pitts jersey that he's got on. So go and give him a follow. If you're a Falcons fan, if you're a football fan, or just a sports fan in general, or a fan of cool people like LaDarius. After you do that, head on back over here where you're watching us, either on the Front Yard Fantasy YouTube channel or that Better Sports Network YouTube channel, and hit that subscribe button. It'll make sure you never miss any of the stuff we're putting out here live every day at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And if you want that extra security to make sure you don't miss it, there's a little notification bell that you can click right above the channel as well to make sure you get a notification when we go live. Man, I'm just clicking on this because as soon as I said Falcons, Carlos came in and immediately started chanting, Bijan, Bijan, Bijan. LaDarius, as a Falcons fan, were you excited for that pick? We were talking a little bit about it before the show.
Yeah. I was because, I think like I talked about before we got on, I think in that draft room, it was down between essentially Bijan or Jalen Carter. I think you couldn't have gone wrong either way, but given what Arthur Smith wants to do, Bijan was going to be the pick and how he's going to use him in the offense. So I for one, am excited about it.
And the fact that the biggest wide receiver name they added was Mac Hollins and they didn't address the quarterback situation probably means Bijan is getting a lot of work this year.
Yeah.
Carlos stopping by saying, in the history of FYF laughs, I don't think we've ever gotten such synchronized head throws yet. Shout out Scampers for initiating that one. Jane, you saying peel those eels, and Dustin saying hashtag Team Joey. I do want to shout out Dustin. I haven't shown this yet. At the expo, Dustin showed up with a signed Jamal Williams BYU card for me.
Wow.
And this thing is so sick. I got to find a better way to display it because you can't see it back there. But Dustin, thank you so much for that card.
Did
that
he
is
sign it?
Signed by Dustin, signed by Jamal Williams. Also, Scampers with the big news. Corey Davis retired. JL, how does this affect all of your fantasy decisions this year?
It validates them. Every single one of them.
You're like, I'm so smart. And Dustin in here said, I want JL to win, but I'm also kind of into his losing streak right now. And Craig said, hashtag Team JL, hashtag Team Win 99.
I think it's because Craig keeps jinxing me in the beginning of the show.
I think it's because JL's trying to let me catch up. He felt bad when he saw the total wins, and he's trying to let me catch up in that wins category. Well, we'll see if that happens when we get into our game of Jeopardy today. I'm going to explain the rules. Then Joey is going to be running the game for us. It'll be me versus LaDarius versus John Luke. If you guys have ever watched the popular TV show Jeopardy, this board is going to look very familiar to you, and the way we play the game is going to look familiar as well, but with a couple small changes. Most of these questions are going to be about the NFL or fantasy, hence Fantasy Football Jeopardy. Now, I did say most. There will probably be some in here that are not about fantasy football or the NFL. The other major change we made is instead of buzzing in, you will be going in turn order. Now, to simulate the experience that you have on Jeopardy, where if you get a question right, you get to pick the next question that shows up. Get your question right, you will get to pick the category for the person that goes after you. So, JL, you are going to be up first. If you get your question right, you will get to pick the category for LaDarius for his first question. We're going to go like this till we run out of questions or run out of time, at which point we will go into Final Jeopardy. This is the one and only question in the game where you can lose money. You're going to write down a wager after Joey tells us a category. We will then write down our answers. Get it right, you're going to add all that money you wagered. Get it wrong, you're subtracting it. Whoever's got the most money at the end wins. And as LaDarius already alluded to, we will send you your winnings in Kohl's Cash via fax within the next 48 business hours.
Cool.
But you're going to say 48 business years for some reason.
48 business years.
That's where I thought your brain was going.
We're not there yet. Maybe next month.
It'd be exciting. Yeah. All right, let me introduce these categories. First category, Dirty Birds. This will be NFL questions about teams with bird mascots related to that. Super Bowl losers. These are not winners. These are Super Bowl losers. These are questions about Super Bowl losers. Grab bag could be absolutely anything at all. Hotel aliases. We have a lot of famous NFL players out here. What I did was I put some aliases in here. If you think of like Alphabet, Baby Sheep would be CeeDee Lamb. Just what are these NFL players going to the hotels and giving them the name as so that no one knows that they're staying there. So we got some hotel aliases. And then NFL city must-sees. I'm going to show you a picture of a landmark in an NFL city, and you tell me the NFL city that landmark is in.
Yeehaw. We got some
Pretty
good
simple.
categories here.
Yeah, it's fun. It's going to be a fun day.
What's an NFL city? Just to clarify.
Like the team plays like
Land,
Okay.
Falconsville.
So we're telling you the franchise?
No, just the name of the city. I don't need to know the franchise. So if there's a team that plays in Indianapolis and I show, I don't know what's Indianapolis. Does anybody know what's in Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Sorry for all these people out there. I don't know what's there, but I showed something from Indianapolis. You would say Indianapolis, and you would get it correct, and I'd give you money.
Okay, so is this
just the name of the city?
Is this the city the franchise is on the franchise name, or the city that that they
the
play
city
in?
that the franchise is on.
Okay. Just make sure I understand.
Thank you for that, JL. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Well, JL, you get to go first.
Okay. I will take Dirty Birds 300.
All right. All right. Dirty Birds 300. In their 4 seasons playing together, DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett have 8,537 combined receiving yards. Who has the most receiving yards between them?
Ooh. That's a good question. I'm trying to think back to these guys aren't the same type of receiver, and we've seen them play differently since they've been in the league. And I'm trying to remember which one is which. I think Tyler Lockett was more consistently getting yards, if I remember correctly. And DK had more of those big plays, but not as consistent with the volume. So I'll go Tyler Lockett here.
JL, you're correct. Tyler Lockett has 4,319 yards, and DK Metcalf almost exactly 100 behind him at 4,218. So we see the breakdown here, and there's the Jackson Smith-Njigba news that he's dealing with a hand injury. He had surgery. He's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks, according to Pete Carroll. JL, if DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are the 2 main receivers to start, say, the first 6 seasons, do you think Tyler Lockett still gets the most yardage between the two this year? Or is there
6
like a
seasons?
shift this year?
6 weeks.
I don't know if Tyler Lockett can handle 6 whole seasons. He's like already 31. He'd be like 37 by the time that 6th season hit. So I got to give that one to Metcalf. 6 games. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very brave of you. 6 games. And what was the question? Which do I think will have more fantasy points?
Which one of these guys are you drafting on their team for you this year? Which one?
I'm gonna draft. I'm gonna draft DK Metcalf first.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly it's just the age and the athleticism. I expect, well, even though Tyler Lockett has been better than DK Metcalf fantasy wise, I expect that shift to happen at some point.
I tend to agree with you, JL, and part of the reason is the roles that they're playing in this offense, right? JSN seems much more threatening to Tyler Lockett's role than he does to DK Metcalf. So even after those first 6 weeks, JSN getting integrated into that offense fully, I don't view as much of a threat to the split end work that DK Metcalf's going to be getting compared to the role that Tyler Lockett plays on that field. Might see that switch start happening.
The chat was all over the scampers saying Tyler, Carlos, Lockett, Jay, Lockett. Am I right? So good job, chat. Always in there. All right, JL, you got that one correct. So you get to send LaDarius to his next category.
All right, let's send LaDarius to Hotel Aliases. Let's see what that's about.
Yeah, we'll find out together. We'll do 3.
300. All right. This will be the name that this NFL player would check in a hotel under. Christopher Lord Victory.
I got it.
Boy, I'm not getting a read on
I'm going to
this.
give you 5 more seconds, LaDarius.
Victory win. Justin Fields. I have no idea.
No, the correct answer is Chris Godwin.
Godwin, yeah.
So Lord Victory, Godwin.
Yeah.
I gave you the
Buccaneers. Yeah, you gave me the Buccaneers.
I love the answer.
did.
I love the answer, Justin Fields, though.
Yeah.
I feel like Justin Fields would walk up and go, "Nice to meet you, Christopher Lord Victory."
Flip on some shade.
That's
Yeah,
your
I
name
can
was
do that.
Justin.
Chat was all over that one. Chris Godwin. Jay saying Topher
Chad's
Grace.
smart. I didn't get that.
All right. Well, Simon, LaDarius missed that one, sadly. So it's going to be up to you. You can choose your own category and value.
NFL City must-sees 500.
Ooh. All right. Pike's Place Fish Market.
Seattle.
I thought it was going to be the
Nice.
tough one. Seattle, Washington. That's
Oh,
correct.
I know my fish
500.
markets.
Have you guys ever been there before?
I lived in Seattle for
Yeah.
a little while.
So no.
So no, I've never been.
Did you never go, Joe?
I went all the time. Pretty much
nice.
anytime anyone came into town, we'd go there.
When I was 12 years old, they put a little cup on my head and they threw a fish and they knocked it off.
Wow.
Nice.
They hit you in the
Memory I
face?
have. No, it hit the cup.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
did
not sure
knock
I've
my
ever
face
actually
off.
been to a big open air fish market at all. I've been to big open air like meat markets. I imagine I would like a fish one better. Seems less meaty and more fishy. If I have to describe what I think the difference is.
I think your hunch is correct.
I'll let you guys know once I attend a fish market if that hypothesis stands true.
All right. Simon got that one right. So you could send JL to his next category.
I'm going to send JL to hotel aliases.
Nice. All right, I'll take 400.
All right. Kenneth Locksmith.
Kenny Pickett.
JL, you
Oh,
got
that
one
was
correct.
good, JL.
Good
Thank
job,
you.
buddy.
I have to give some credit to Tim for probably, putting that in my mind yesterday.
I'm saying he's going to use his little
Little-
baby fingers to
little
pick locks
baby-
with his.
yeah.
Oh.
Little pick fingers.
Kenny Pickett's being taken outside
He
of
makes
the
that exact sound.
like picking the lock. Yeah. So Kenny Pickett's being taken outside of the top 24 quarterbacks. So for Superflex, people are taking him as like a QB3. Do you think there's a chance that he rises up to be a QB2, maybe even a QB1 this season, Jail?
I don't know about a QB1, but I do think that there's a chance he outperforms people's expectations this year. Last year, it didn't look great for Kenny Pickett fantasy-wise, but take the outcome out of the equation and just look at the pieces. They didn't have a full team last year. The team was not well put together. They've had an entire year under Mike Tomlin, who we all, I think, can agree is a good coach and who kind of knows what he's doing, to put that team together and make something that's valuable here. I think Kenny Pickett will be able to be fine.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Darius, how do you feel about Pickett this season?
Yeah, I kind of side with you. QB1, I think we're shooting for the moon, but QB2 is not in the realm of possibility. I like the pieces around him, especially, I like Deontay Johnson, and I like
there's a bunch of great
George
players.
Pickens.
on the team.
I like what's around him. It's not being talked about because of the division he's in, and because what we saw last year. But QB2 wouldn't be at the realm of possibility for me.
I'm with you, LaDarius.
All right. See, the chat was on that one. Carlos, Kenny Pickett.
Nice job, nerds.
Yeah, a lot of nerds up in here. All right, Joe, you got that one correct, so you get to send LaDarius to his next category.
All right, let's send LaDarius to NFL City must-sees.
Okay, let's 400.
All right. How'd that get in there? So Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Oh, Jesus. Denver.
That is correct. Denver, Colorado.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's me cheesing it at Red Rocks.
Oh, is that
Actually in
you?
Lakewood. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me. I don't know who that guy is, though. I don't know who that is.
Who's
Don't know
that
who
lady?
That guy is.
Yeah.
That's Emily Kluge right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
That
many
lady,
questions.
I don't know, but I saw
So
her.
many
house.
Other
questions.
lady.
All right. So good job, LaDarius. All right. You got that one
Chat
correct.
knew
So you
that
get to
one
send-
too.
Good job, chat. So Scampers. Got it right. Dustin knew that was Denver. And then Jay in here with a very rude. Joey, how much did you have to pay that nice lady to take a picture with you? Lots and lots of money. Lots and lots of money. All right. Well, Darius, you got that right. You get to send Simon to his next category. Where are you going to send him?
Let's break the ice on grab bag.
400.
All right. What is the name given to the blob of toothpaste on your toothbrush? A nurdle, a golem, a herb, or a vocal?
This
Who
is one
names
of
it?
those stupid things that I knew at one point. Like just some dumb thing where you're like, no,
I'm gonna
like,
name you.
like maybe technically it's called that, but
Marble.
like no one ever says that, and that's not how language freaking works, you idiot. It's called
I'm so glad.
toothpaste. This is stupid, and I almost don't want to participate. I'll go nurdle. Nurdle sounds the most reasonable.
Simon, you are correct. It is a nurdle. Honestly, I thought this was a throwaway question, but it's entertained me quite a bit today.
It's just stupid. It's stupid. Like it's like I forget what it was, but it was also like people would walk around and like, oh, do you know what the tip of your shoelace is called? Do you know what the ends of your fingernails when you rip them off and shove them underneath your rug for 7 months are called? Like, no, because we've got other words for that. You don't
Let
just
me
have to
write
like
those down.
use language arbitrarily to use language.
Put those in for next
Grow
week.
up.
Any other opinions you'd like to get off your chest today, Simon?
No, that's it for now. I'll let you know if anything else comes up.
Well, I've got some good news for you. You got that question right, so you get to send JL to his next category.
Well,
Where are we going,
LaDarius broke the ice on grab bag. I'm going to make you break the ice on Super Bowl losers.
All right, Super Bowl losers. Let's go 300.
28-3.
Patriots. No, Falcons.
You got it. So Falcons, your final answer?
Yes.
I'm sorry, LaDarius. Yes, that is correct. It was Falcons. I was really hoping LaDarius was going to get
almost
that one.
named the Super Bowl winner.
I also realized moments before the show that yesterday I acquired by chance my first piece of Patriots merchandise I've ever owned in my entire life. Never owned a piece. Wearing it right now the day LaDarius, a Falcons fan, comes on the show just by happenstance. That's my bad, LaDarius.
So before the show, I asked LaDarius if he'd want to meet up to watch wrestling this weekend, and I made sure I asked him before the show and not after because of that question. But JL, you got that one right, so you get to send LaDarius to his next category.
All right, let's send LaDarius to Dirty Birds.
Dirty Birds.
Let's do 5.
All right. What NFL bird team has the best regular season winning percentage all time? So it's the Arizona Cardinals, the Atlanta Falcons, the Baltimore Ravens, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Seattle Seahawks. Which one of them has the best regular season winning percentage all time? So playoffs are not included.
So is a Seahawk a specific bird or just a qualification for all hawks that fly over the sea?
My high school mascot was a silver hawk. So I think it's just kind of like, like a seabird, but not a seagull.
Those are different entirely.
Oh, I was picturing a seagull this whole time.
I can't do a seagull noise. We were about to try. It wasn't going to work.
Okay, I got 2. I've eliminated 2, I think. Bird team regular
2
season.
more to go.
I'm gonna say Baltimore.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It is the Baltimore Ravens
Nice.
at .561. Arizona Cardinals are the worst of the bird teams.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Atlanta. That one, I knew it wasn't Atlanta and Arizona. I had narrowed down between Baltimore and somehow Philly, but when you said regular season, then I reverted back to Baltimore.
When I went into the website I got this from, I thought it was going to be Eagles. But then, Ravens, like you think about it, Ravens have just been stacked the last 20 years.
Yeah, they've only been around for so long.
Mr. Butt's the only one in the chat that got that one. Lots of Eagles and Cards guesses, though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Scamper
Probably
said battle goals.
Oh! That's what those guys say.
Tonight on Battle Goals.
Like
show I'd watch.
The battle goals are coming.
Netflix original series, Battle Goals.
Get your parasol. The battle goals are coming.
Ah, man. When that strike's over, that's got to be something. That's got to be something.
The stench.
We used to throw potato chips on our friends that would fall asleep at the beach, and the gulls would all attack them. It's very funny. Except one time I went too far. What'd you
I'm
say?
pretty sure you have to pay for that. It's like a special sea massage treatment.
Yeah. One time, but we did it. We went too far. We put too much chips, and 5 seagulls pooped all over my friend's girlfriend.
Too
Sounds
far.
like you went just far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was not happy. He divorced her,
understand.
so it's not a big deal. Anyways, all right. Well, Darius, you got that right. So you get to send Simon to his next category. Where are you going to send Simon today?
Let's send Simon to NFL City Must-Sees.
Okay, there are no more pictures of me, just to put that out there.
300.
300. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Shout out Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland does rock. Simon, you got that absolutely correct. Simon, other than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, is there any reason to have faith in Cleveland this season?
The Browns or the city?
The Browns.
Oh, I was going to say the city. Yeah, absolutely. It being a Midwestern city, as climate change continues and temperatures rise in coastal areas, you'll see cities like Cleveland and Detroit start growing in population as people move from the coast to cities that are considered safe. But for the team, marginal optimism for Cleveland, and that's like from Cleveland standards. They should be better than last year with an entire offseason with their starting quarterback able to practice with the team. I expect Deshaun Watson to look better than he did last season. And they've still got Nick Chubb. They've still got Amari Cooper. They've still got David Njoku. And this division is maybe it's opening up a little bit with the Steelers being a little bit down, right? So you've got an opportunity for the Browns not to just automatically be assumed last in their division. I don't expect them to make the playoffs. I don't expect them to be a top third offense. I just expect them to be better than they were last year.
Good. So Simon mentioned Nick Chubb there. LaDarius, where are you drafting Nick Chubb this season? How do you like him this year?
See, this is super tricky for me because I sense more this year that we may see Cleveland throw the ball a little bit more, given a full season with Deshaun. I mean, I'm still kind of taking Chubb. He's my RB. Me personally, I think he's an RB. He's still like in the top 5 for me. But once again, that could shift because of the fact that, like I said, I don't know if they're going to run the ball as much as they did, given like last year, there was obviously a reason why they ran the ball more, but I have an inkling that they're going to throw the ball a little bit more, and Chubb may not get the targets and the carries that he did last season. Because last season there was a reason why, because of the way the Cleveland season was the season the way it was. But I'm still taking him somewhat, early mid, but like I say, I just sense that it might be more passing this year from Cleveland this year.
So Dustin was in on that. Cleveland. Scamper's letting us all know that it's all fun and games until someone loses a nipple. So
I've seen that Tosh Boyno video, and it was not fun and games anymore after that.
So yeah, we got his
nice job.
One Nation Underground got Cleveland. Oh, so
well done.
Chat, always smart, always smart. Oh, we got a question from Grim Fan in here that I've not read before I put it up. Question: thoughts on how DJ Shark's injury is going to affect the Panthers' receiving core? Well, Darius, I'm going to throw this to you first because it's in our division. Well, not that we play for our teams, but thing where we say our. Yeah. How are you feeling about the receivers there in Carolina if DJ Shark is out, which looks like he is with the injury?
I'm not feeling as great because I really like DJ Shark. They also have like Adam Thielen, and I think they drafted Jonathan Mingo, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They got like Hayden Hurst down there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in terms of the receiving core, I think you're going to see an impact, but I don't think it's maybe as big contingency of how long Shark's going to be out, because that's always the question: how long is he going to be out, and who, it's all about time frame. But in the interim, I think they'll be okay. Rookie quarterback, I think they'll be fine. I think if it's like a long-term thing, I'd be super concerned. But I think if it's minimal, I think the core is fine the way it is.
Yeah, I don't think DJ Shark's impact on this offense was not a guarantee from the start.
Yeah.
A lot of people were bought into DJ Shark and his talent, but he's going into a new offense, and he really doesn't have a consistent history of performance to hang his hat on. So him going into this Carolina Panthers offense, which has a ton of different new parts in it, it was already a long shot. DJ Shark, him getting injured just kind of removes a piece of that equation and slightly increases the chances of some of these other talented wide receivers in that offense. But all in all, I agree with LaDarius. It doesn't really have that large of an impact.
All right. So who got that last question right? Let's see.
Not I.
Could have been me. I don't remember.
See, this is where the host should keep track of it. All right. So the chat said,
what did we talk about?
Cleveland. Oh, Simon got it right.
Simon that was me.
JL to his next category.
JL, we're going to send you to Grab Bag.
Grab Bag. All right, let's go 500.
All right, grab back for 500. Which one of these is not a real city in Florida? Chipley, Defuniak Springs, Green Acres, Holmes Beach, Hypluxaluxo, Punta Gorda, or Winter Manors?
There was a syllable or two added by you in that middle one, Joey. Hypoluxo.
Oh my god.
Hypoluxo. Sorry. Hypoluxo.
Okay.
I got a little stage fright reading that one.
Hypoluxo.
Didn't know what was going to come out when I started with my mouth.
This is tough. It could be all of them, honestly. Which is not a real city in Florida. I'm between Chipley and Holmes Beach. Holmes Beach. Holmes Beach.
That sounds like a house appliance brand. Like you could buy like a Holmes Beach branded toaster or something.
I have a Holmes Beach blender in my kitchen.
Right? I believe that 1,000%.
I'm gonna go with Chipley.
Chipley. I'm sorry, JL. It's Winter Manors. There is every other type of winter in Florida. There's Winter Park, Winter Garden, but there's no Winter Manors.
Yeah, I would have thought one development was like, you know what no one's expecting? It's brand around a winter.
There was a lot of Punta Gorda guesses in the chat, but then Scampers came in and said Punta Gorda is real, guys. And Rushman also knew Chipley is up north, I believe.
Damn.
He knew all about Chipley.
There you go. Scott saying, I vacationed in Holmes Beach last year. Beware the red tide. I don't know what that means, but there we go.
And then he says, I'm 100% joking.
Well, you don't have to put that part up. We could have all just believed it. Extended our imaginations a little bit extra today. All right, so JL, you missed that one sadly. LaDarius, that means you get to pick your category and your value. Where are you going to head to?
Let's do Super Bowl losers for 5.
All right. Which one of these teams has lost the Super Bowl? The rest are undefeated in Super Bowl games. The Baltimore Ravens, Green Bay Packers, New Orleans Saints, the New York Jets, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. I think I can talk this out.
Only one of these teams has lost a Super Bowl game.
Okay. I know New Orleans won theirs against the Colts. The Jets played that was Super Bowl 3, where they beat the Baltimore Colts. Tampa Bay they beat, I believe, the Raiders, and they beat the Chiefs. Baltimore beat the Harbaugh Bowl, I believe, beat his brother, and they won that great defense, beat the Giants. So my answer is Green Bay. But I believe they lost with Favre, I believe.
LaDarius sniffed it out, and you just
Dude, he fully excavated around it. There was no sniffing. You got the toothbrush out and brushed off every ounce of dust on that bone.
Love to break this one down. Yeah, so Green Bay, they're 4-1 in Super Bowl. So they've won 4, but they've lost 1. So good job, LaDarius. Give you some points for that one. You're going to take the lead, and you're going to have the option to pick Simon's category. So where's Simon going?
Before he does that, I wanted to hit this from Craig. Craig said, JL, good news. This is not your longest losing streak. You went from August 20th, 2022 to November 2nd, 2022 without a win. That was a total of 25 games. You're only at 14 games without a win now.
2022.
Boy, Craig working the overtime here.
What great news Craig just came in here with.
Craig working overtime, boy. You love to see it.
What happened during that time? Football.
Also,
football.
One Nation in here saying Jets beat Baltimore, rigged game. I believe Joey did say Ravens out loud, though, and they beat the Baltimore Colts, like LaDarius said, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yeah, no, CJL, you had the morning show and the after. So you had a lot going on during that time. Football was going on. So
that was
I don't
the
know
year
what your
before.
excuse is now, but yeah.
Man, congratulations just rolling in for you, JL.
Thank you. I love the chat. Chat's always got my back. And I them.
So, all right. So where's Simon? What's category is Simon going to? LaDarius.
Let's send Simon to grab bag.
Okay, 300.
See if I can get through this without laughing. Due to thermal expansion, what grows 6 inches every summer when it gets hot out? Hint: it is located at Champ de Mars, 5th Avenue, Antioli, France, 75007, Paris, France.
Antioli, France. Huh.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
I think so.
Antioli. Yeah, that's
I got
perfect.
it right.
It's perfect pronunciation, Jerry.
Nailed it first time.
Absolutely nailed it.
I was right about
Well,
Shep.
I'm gonna assume the worst of you, Joe. Just kidding. I'm gonna assume that this is the address for the Eiffel Tower.
Simon, you're correct.
And metal, expands because of temperature. The other option, if you didn't put the address there, was going to be every door in my house. As sometimes in the summer, I just get trapped because my doors stop opening because they've swollen shut inside the door frames.
Protecting you.
It's protecting me. Thanks, San Antonio Heat.
Well, Simon, you know your world, geography, and thermal expansion. So you got that right. Get to send JL to his next category. Where are you going to send JL?
Now that I have thermally expanded, I'm going to send JL to Super Bowl losers.
All right, let's go with 400.
400? You do not seem very confident in the 400 one.
It's maybe a mistake. 400.
All right. 2 teams are tied with 5 Super Bowl losses each, the most in history. Name one of those teams.
I know one that has 4. But do they have a 5th?
Most in history.
Which history?
Greek history.
Okay. Yeah, that changes it.
All right, let's go with the Patriots.
JL, you were correct.
Nice.
New England Patriots. The other team is the Denver Broncos.
That last second change saved my life.
What were you going to say?
What was the other team?
I've already forgotten. I had another team I was about to say. Oh, Washington. No, Cowboys is what it was. Dallas.
Yeah, I think Dallas has lost 4.
4,
So, yeah.
okay. Yeah, it's Dallas.
Good job, JL. Do you think the Patriots are going to lose the Super Bowl this year?
I hope.
Yeah.
They could only be
Patriots
so
are gonna
lucky.
be there.
They could only be so lucky to lose the Super Bowl this year.
All right,
If
JL.
Mac Jones is like a Super Bowl MVP, I'm gonna, I don't know, eat a bowl of noodles and then learn how to say eat a bowl of butter noodles better.
Chat was on that. Rick Butts, the Patriots. Dustin knew both, showing off a little bit. And Rushman saying Vikings have lost only 4.
So my mind immediately went to the Bills because I knew they lost 4 in a row. And I was just thinking, did they lose another one?
Makes sense.
Maybe this year they'll have that opportunity. All right. I'm just pooping on everyone's teams today.
Okay.
I'm like, I need to be nice.
You're like that.
Yeah, you got that
seagull on
right.
your friend at the beach.
Same joke, no team. I like it.
Where are you going to send LaDarius, JL?
Let's send LaDarius to Super Bowl losers.
Let's go War 2.
Okay. This team appeared in 4 straight Super Bowls from 1991 to 1994, winning absolutely none.
Oh,
Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut.
I think they play in. We'll go with the Jim Kelly-led Buffalo Bills.
Oh, you didn't need to put the name of the quarterback in there. Yes, it is the Buffalo Bills. We're sorry, Dustin. And any other Bills
I love
fans
you, Dustin,
in the
but
chat.
it's who I
Get
am.
wrecked.
Also, who am I kidding? LaDarius knew that one without me saying it out loud.
he
because I
knew
just
the
heard. That dude
QB.
just rattled through like, oh yeah, the Jets beat the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl 3, and I'm sitting here like, oh no, I gave the answer away.
That's how I
Dustin.
sound. That's a great. I love that.
Always
That
on
was
my
me.
side today. He's left. Joey is no longer allowed to host games.
I tried making that decree weeks ago, but then did nothing.
So I'll
Really
be taking
did.
over from.
LaDarius is the new Joey.
We'll be right back with Jeopardy right after this.
It's just like Orange is the New Black. You know, it's just
Should we have
like,
commercial breaks now with LaDarius as the host?
So many changes.
Music knew everything. We're going all out. Where's the other guy? The box is over there in the corner. I don't know his name.
Love it. Well, you got that one right. You get to send Simon to his next category. Where's Simon going to head to?
I know Simon loves grab bag, so we'll go to grab bag.
Let's do 200.
All right. When pinning someone in a pro wrestling match, what is the count the referee must make for you to pick up the win? Hint, it is the number worn by Russell Wilson, Damar Hamlin, and now Jordan Addison.
Well, I know all about pinning, but I don't know much about what pining means in wrestling.
Oh, man, did I spell it wrong?
I've never, I wrestled in high school. And I don't think I pined a single person. I just pinned them. I don't know if I'm going to be correct here, but I know in normal wrestling it's 3, so I'm going to go with 3.
You're right. It's a 3 count. Absolutely.
Rule of 3.
Good
And
job.
player numbers is a complete and utter blind spot in my
You
knowledge.
do. You hate that.
I can't. I don't know what it is. They never stick.
How do you tell who they are on the field?
The names, they got names on their backs.
But the angle is not always on their names.
The announcer goes like, Jerry Jeudy with the catch from Russell Wilson. Know what I mean? They tell you.
Oh, so you got to wait for the announcers?
Did you never go to your high school football games in Simon? Because they usually don't have their names on the back.
Yeah, I went to the high school football games, but I wasn't tracking stats. Know what I mean? It was like a social event. We all would go. We would watch Kenyon Drake just absolutely demolish whoever we were up against, and we would hang out in the bleachers, and then we'd go home. And that was the extent of it.
I would stand outside where the fence was and look through at all the people having fun because I was in theater. I wasn't allowed in.
More good news. We actually are tied for the all-time lead in losing streaks on the show. I've got a 24-game losing streak as well. Currently,
kind of feels like we're the only two playing, though.
I know. We're the big losers. One day just in Simon. What number was T. Higgins in college? It's just escaping me, man. I can't seem to place it anywhere.
1,000,000 points, Simon, right now.
And that's our final Jeopardy question. We're back to the answer right after this.
Well, Simon, you got that right. You get us in JL to the next category. Where's JL going to go?
NFL city must-sees. I was about to say NFL must-see-dees.
CD. Oh, such a better name. 200.
200. All right. Alcatraz Island.
San Francisco 49ers.
Just the name of the city is fine. San Francisco. Good job, JL.
49ers. Let's go.
I looked for a really good picture of Nick Cage because of The Rock, but there wasn't one.
Anyways, wouldn't have known that one.
Really?
Well, because I would have still said Alcatraz. I feel like that one's pretty well known, but we got what we got today. All right, JL, you got that correct. You can send LaDarius to his next category.
Oh, LaDarius. Oh, we're all neck and neck. Send LaDarius to grab back.
Favorite position.
Did you just say your favorite position's neck to neck, Simon?
Neck to neck to neck to snuggle. You get 3 people in a bed. You all put your necks together.
That is nice.
It's really nice. It's warm.
Good times. Oh, anyway.
You feel each other breathe.
Grab bag?
Yeah.
All right, grab bag 100. Yeah. What cost more? A 5-day, 4-night cruise of the Western Caribbean on Norwegian Cruise Lines or 30 copies of the Front Yard Fantasy Declassified Draft Guide? Which cost more?
Jeez. Okay, so I know the guide, I believe, is $10.01, if I believe.
Who told you that information?
Joe, we declassified it. It says right in the title.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
100%. I'm pining for a good necking.
Watch your mouth.
Okay, 5-day, 4-night. Okay, well, I hope. Like I said, I haven't gone on a cruise in a while, which by while I mean never. So
that's a while.
I'm gonna say the 5-day, 4-night cruise.
I'll accept it, but the correct answer is the cruise, idiot. What a dumb purchase, too. You could have had 30 copies of the Front Yard Fantasy Declassified Draft Guide for you and all your friends and not got diarrhea from the salad buffet. That was the full answer, but
we'll still got diarrhea from the salad buffet.
Yeah, or still.
Depending on how you look at it.
Jay Felicio did not wash his hands when he was putting that draft guide together.
Not disgusting.
Good
Where is Norwegian?
I gotta wash
Norwegian
my
Cruise Lines. They run out of all the ports. That's just the name of the cruise line. It's one of the nicer ones too. I prefer Royal Caribbean, but Norwegian's pretty good.
To answer your question, Jill, north. Norwegia, just head north. You'll find it eventually.
North Norwegian.
All right. Good job, LaDarius, on that. And so you get to send Simon to his next category.
Super Bowl losers.
All right. 100. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated this team 38-35 in last year's Super Bowl.
This is my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I am just going to be careful because these are the questions that haunt me. like the immediate history. Definitely know this. Okay. They played the Philadelphia Eagles.
That is correct, Simon.
You did it. You did
You
it.
got it. You got it right.
Those are the ones that like there's no upside. Know what I mean? The upside is $100, but the downside is like eternal mockery.
Yeah.
So it's hard for there to be like a Super Bowl repeat. Do you guys think that we could, because these are two of the more favorite teams to go back to the Super Bowl this year. Do you think we could see a repeat this year, a rematch?
Yeah, we could, but like you said, it's hard for repeats to happen. It's not just hard for like a repeat, a repeat champion to get there, but there's so much variance in a season. And there's, especially in the NFL where there's only 17 games, right?
Yeah.
Like in the NBA, maybe it's a little bit easier for those teams to get there. It's a much larger sample size. Then you still have the randomness of the playoffs, but man, there's just a lot of variance in an NFL season. They got to be two of the favorites, though.
Excellent.
Yeah. Dustin in the chat said, but if you get diarrhea, you have more time to read the draft guide. It's an excellent point.
True.
It is mobile friendly. And you can also bring your laptop into the bathroom.
That's true.
Or your desktop computer, depending on how much time you have, as long as it's not an emergency.
Okay, Scott saying Royal Caribbean has too much stuff to do, too many people, 2 people on that one. And then he said 2 people-y, I think, later on. Jay said he's a carnival kind of guy.
Carnival, that checks out.
Does it?
I don't know.
Carnival's really, it's like a dirty. Sorry, is Carnival one of our sponsors? I should probably be quiet about Carnival Cruise Lines. All right.
Not anymore.
No, I know, right? So who got that one? Last one, right?
I did.
LaDarius did. No,
did.
Simon, you got it right. So you get to send JL to his next category.
Hotel aliases.
Hotel aliases. Let's go 500.
All right.
No impulse.
Just a reminder, this is the names that NFL players check into under the hotel. So it's just a play on their name. Frenchie Soup.
Frenchie Soup. Frenchie. I'm going to get out of chat for this one, I think. Frenchie Soup.
I'm going to watch the chat.
Frenchie Soup, like French onion soup?
I got it. I think I got it.
Frenchie Soup. Baguette, French onion, provolone, brown soup water. Frenchie Soup is obviously Frenchie Soup.
Oh, I got it.
I got it.
Guy, Joe.
I think I got it.
Stop telling me you got it because I don't got it.
Joe, think about the answer.
Yeah, just think of it. Break it down. You can do this. The
Frenchie
chat is
soup,
all
soup,
over this.
Soup, chicken noodle soup, tomato soup, Campbell's soup, Frenchie soup, but I don't know. All I got is French onion soup. That's where I'm landing. Let's go with Justin Fields, the most French onion soup player there is.
Yeah.
It's Paris Campbell. You had Campbell. You said Campbell, Joe.
Yeah. I picked up on Frenchie. I'm like, wait a minute. And then
that was a tough one. That was a 500 one.
I went big, and now I'm gonna go home.
I don't think you are, Jail. It's very close.
I thought it was going to be Clinton Dix.
Chocolate blow.
All right. Let's see. Jail, you missed that one. LaDarius, get to pick your own category.
Yeah, that French in high school really it paid dividends right there on that play. Dirty Birds 4.
Dirty Birds 4.
Little Bulls.
Who was the last Baltimore Ravens wide receiver to lead the team in receiving yards, which he accomplished in 2020 before departing to join another Bird team?
Marquise Brown.
LaDarius got that one correct.
Wow.
Yeah, double birds there.
I went too far back in my brain.
LaDarius, how are you feeling about Marquise Brown this season with the Cardinals?
You know, I think the offense is going to be, the team's not going to be great, I don't think. It doesn't matter who's going to be behind center. I like Marquise Brown. I do, but, you know, I'm him and Rondale Moore. But, you know, Marquise, I think he's a good receiver. I think if you saw what he kind of did in Baltimore, you know, Lamar, I wish, you know, things happen, whatever, and the trade happened. I'm like, well, Arizona's getting a very, very good receiver. So I think while the Cardinals may be down, I'm kind of up on Marquise Brown this year.
Bro, what
Simon,
if
how you
Marquise Brown was still on the Ravens? You think he ever thinks about that? Going into this season, Todd
I bet he's
Monken?
thinking about Baltimore right now in that 115-degree Phoenix summer.
Because true. I didn't even think about that. If you remember, Marquise Brown, like a big reason of why he was upset was that he felt he wasn't going to get the volume there in Baltimore, for his talent. But now it looks like that might switch. That offense passes more.
Mr. Monken coming into town.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marquise probably just dreams of Monken at night.
Probably does.
I know.
He
I
holds
don't
the
think Monken.
picture frame of Todd Monken in his bed.
Don't we all?
What could have been? You guys don't say goodnight to Todd Monken every night before you fall asleep?
Love you.
Go for
I know
3.
I do.
Yeah.
You could have had 3 titles.
Good night.
Pass for 6,000 yards this year.
LaDarius, you got that one right, so you can send Simon to his next category. I think we'll be able to
NFL
get
must-see cities.
one more round after this. All right. Hollywood, sign.
That's in Los Angeles, California.
Simon, you are correct.
I was
almost said
right
that's in Hollywood.
right above that L, like
Which
one?
a month ago. Yep.
Which Al?
See, I didn't know if that was a private photo, so I had it. I didn't want to put it on here. though,
Dealer's
without
choice.
asking.
Oh, the one where JL's nude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
The one where he sticks his willy through the O. Like, that's the
They did not like that.
They didn't. They're like, Hollywood cued? Because they thought it was cute.
Wait a minute. Honey, is that Holly? Oh my God.
Joe, do you get
Not
why I
know
said
at all.
Q?
I get it. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
I
you,
was just
Joe.
curious. I wanted to make sure you understood that part of the joke.
Hate to be a
Thank
tourist
you.
that day.
All right, Simon, send JL to his next category.
Okay, we'll have to run through this next category. I'm going to send him to Dirty Birds.
All right,
200.
2-1. All right. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Atlanta Falcons, has a location of this famous fast food restaurant chain, even though they are historically not open on Sundays. On Sundays, it becomes a Fries Up, where loaded French fries are served.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, a.k.a. the Lord's Chicken. You
The Lord's
are correct,
Chicken,
JL. All right. Where is LaDarius going to go for his last question?
Hotel aliases.
It's 2.
200. Arthur Juan Brunette.
How did I get the 5 and not this? Arthur. Harris. Juan.
Oh.
Arthur. That's not Arthur Smith. Arthur.
I'll give you 5 more seconds,
I bet
LaDarius.
this one's Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Answer, LaDarius?
Arthur Smith. I don't know.
Correct answer is A.J. Brown. Brunette is a shade of brown.
Is that what AJ stands for?
Yes, that is correct. That is what AJ stands for. Yes.
That's cool.
Arthur Juan. I thought it was cool too. Well, so the more we know.
Are
All right,
all
Simon, you get to
AJs
pick your
stand for stuff, or are some people
All
just
AJ
AJ?
stand for specifically Arthur
Yeah.
Juan, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Do they really?
Yeah, every single one. AJ McCarron, Arthur Juan.
Arthur Juan.
All right, Simon, you get to pick your $100. Where you want to go?
Let's see that last hotel aliases.
Yeah, you know you want to see it. Nicholas Husky.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Nicholas Husky. Husky can be large, can be like big. It's also a type of dog. Big Nick Foles, baby.
No, it's actually Nick Chubb.
Oh, damn.
Chubby.
Yeah, yep, that checks out. That's a
I'm
lot
never
better
doing this
than
category
Nick
again. All right. Guys, I hope you have a pen and paper to write with. Write down your values. The category will be for Final Jeopardy. NFL receivers.
NFL receivers, and I've got 1,900. LaDarius has 2,100. JL has 1,800 going into this last round.
And in no way
this
did
is
I
a
forget to
close
do a Final
game.
Jeopardy question for the 5th time in a row.
Let's see. Carry the 7, divide by 4, take the integral. Don't forget the plus C.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Show me your wagers when you have them, folks. JL wager 10. Simon
1900, and that's
Good
me.
job.
That's me screaming.
LaDarius, I can't see yours, buddy. I'm sorry.
That's 21 all in.
All right, LaDarius. All right. So
Hasta mista.
let's see. Our final Jeopardy question. Who led the NFL in receiving touchdowns in 2022? That's last season. A, Devontae Adams, B, Justin Jefferson, or C, Travis Kelce?
I feel like I know this, but I don't want to.
Got mine.
All right, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I got mine.
All right, let's see your answers. Justin Jefferson.
Kelsey.
Kelsey. All right, let me do a little math here.
Oh, please be Devontae Adams. Please be Devontae Adams.
The correct answer is Devontae Adams. JL,
No!
the streak is over.
Yeah!
No, he's lying. Are you serious? Or are you lying to me?
$1,700.
Are you lying or are you serious?
No. Kelsey had 12 touchdowns. Devontae Adams had 14.
Man, I was between Jefferson and Adams.
Yeah.
And John Luke, through the failure of LaDarius and I at the end and some smart wagering on your part, you have ended your 14-game winning streak or losing streak.
Let's
And you're on the 1-game winning streak. Now, you know what did it? It's that damn shirt, baby. It's Grimace's.
Shout out, Craig.
Craig, you earned it for him. Win number 99. Jail, anybody you want to thank?
Craig.
Shout out Craig. Craig and Craig alone. Shortest victory speech of all time. But LaDarius, we want to thank you so much for taking the time, coming on here, and helping us out with getting Jail that victory. It's been a while, man.
I really needed it,
LaDarius. I know. I love, I'm not going to say I threw it on purpose, but I may have
we
gotten
can all infer
a check in the mail, but I love being on here. You guys are awesome, and it's great to be back on here. Hope not to be a stranger.
Man, we love having you on, LaDarius, and we'll bring you back for some redemption the next time you come on. See if you can take down Jail for that dub. For those of you that are not following our friend LaDarius, go and fix that right now. You can find him on Twitter at LaDarius_Brown and check out his work that he does with Beyond Women's Sports, Blogging Dirty, and Sports Key to Pro Football. That is going to be it for us today, though. Another huge thanks to LaDarius. A huge thanks to everybody in the chat who came and hung out with us. And one last reminder that FYF draft guide is live. You can find it on our website at frontyardfantasy.com. LaDarius mentioned it earlier, $10.01, and that unlocks all the juicy goodness in there. No
it's
fee.
So good. Maria and I were just giggling reading it the other day.
Every once in a while, I find one that I forgot about, and I just start giggling to myself.
Such idiots.
We're idiots, and we put all of our idiocy into this guide for you guys. With that being said, that's going to be it for us today. LaDarius, thank you so much. Chat, thank you so much. And Wednesday, thank you so much for the bounty that you've provided us with. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.